Welcome back. All right, so a little news of the day video for all you fine people on this actually nice and sunny Tuesday morning. So I've still been seeing a lot of messages about how things are going for us locally. They did have to evacuate parts of Abbotsford. I'm not in the part they had to evacuate, obviously. Very fortunate, and yeah, it looks like the rain has let up. So while this part of the country is, as far as I know right now, completely cut off from the rest of the country by land because the highways got either debris covering them or they're gone. So there's at least one that's just, it's gone. So yeah. Anyways, things are okay for us here, and it looks like the worst of the storminess is over for now. Speaking of which, we're going to get into the news now with the NHL. Marcia So has been placed in protocol by the Vegas Golden Knights, so they've called up Sven Berchi, they've called up Cotter, which means if I could play the Welcome Back Cotter theme without worrying about copyright, you would absolutely be hearing it right now. It would be a thing. It'd be this great bonding experience. We could all discuss it for years down the road. I will say, welcome back Cotter to the NHL. Welcome back Cotter to Vegas. Welcome back. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. On the St. Louis front, they're also welcoming back a couple of players. Krug and Sundqvist will be in the lineup for them tonight. So Torrey Krug being in the lineup may very well help a St. Louis team that has lost their last couple of games by razor-thin margins. Very, very close. So having him back could make a big difference. And Sundqvist is useful in various ways, and so we'll see how things go for him. And I mean, he can score goals here and there. He can throw hits. Good energy player, so we'll see how things go for the Blues tonight. Dion Phaneuf has officially retired. He last played in 2018-2019. So I'm wearing my Dion Phaneuf jersey. And yeah, the Leafs are planning to honor him tonight. He was a team captain. Got the proof right here on the jersey, which I got for like $50 after they traded him. And yeah, so we'll see how things go for Dion Phaneuf in retirement and whether or not I do a video on his career. I think it would be interesting to do one, so yeah, that'll probably happen over the next little while here. All the best to Dion Phaneuf, though. He was a runner-up for the Norris Trophy in 2007-2008. I always kind of felt bad for him because that 07-08 season was fantastic, and it set the bar so high he wasn't going to reach it again. So Phaneuf was a useful top four defenseman throughout most of his career. Was he overpaid at times? Absolutely, and that's something we could talk about when we get to a career video on Dion Phaneuf. Sammy Blais is out for the season, torn ACL in that collision with PK Subban the other day. So yeah, Sammy Blais' season is done, and it's too bad. He was off to a good start. He didn't have a goal yet for the Rangers, but he was providing them with some physicality out there, some energy, useful forward. So it is too bad that that's taken place. But he's out for 6 to 8 months. He's not seen as coming back this season. So that's the end of that for Sammy Blais. All the best to him in his recovery. Torn ACL sounds extremely painful and explains why he couldn't put any weight on that foot when he was leaving the ice. The Montreal Canadiens have confirmed that Jake Allen has a concussion. So we don't want to put any pressure on Carey Price to come back quickly, but there will be definitely some checking back on Carey Price. And you feel good to go now, Carey? Do you feel good now? Because what happens is you have Montembeault and Primo are now the tandem for the Montreal Canadiens. So I don't have any proof that Marc Bergevin's necessarily working the phones, but I'd be kind of surprised if he's not. Caden Primo, I don't know how much faith they'd have in him at the NHL level yet. I think the plan was to get him a full year in the AHL and then bring him up next year. So we'll see whether or not Montreal pulls the trigger and maybe they make a trade to pick somebody up who can come in and fill in until Allen's back or Price is back. And it's too bad because Jake Allen was off to a good start. The stats aren't great, but the team in front of him wasn't great either. And so it's too bad to see this happening to him. Vancouver news. So it's kind of the news Canuck fans are looking for, but not quite. Francesco Aquilini's going to have a meeting today with Jim Benning, but to ask him what's gone wrong. And all I could think was, isn't that like asking an arsonist why your house burned down? But we'll give him the benefit of the doubt on this one, I guess. But it's not Benning's job's not in any kind of trouble right now, apparently. but these things can change quickly. We know how quickly things can change when it comes to general managers or coaches, and so this might very well be a meeting along the lines of, so here's what you said was going to happen this year. Here's what's happened this year. Here's the guys you picked up. Here's what their stats look like, and here's what their contracts look like. Here's what the other contracts. So we don't have any cap space. What are we doing here, Jim? So there may very well be accountability after this meeting, and accountability during this meeting as well. So we'll see what happens if we end up finding anything out publicly, which we won't necessarily anyways, because it's sports and that's kind of the way that works. But be interesting to see what happens. So let me know what you guys think in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happen upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.